Um, I've known him for probably 10 years. I mean, I, it's hard to gather your thoughts beyond just horror. So instead, I mean, Charlie was such a force of nature. He was brilliant and he was funny, but what scared people was his persuasiveness. And the only way to take him down, because he could persuade you so strongly, was to kill him. And the shock and despair that we are feeling, and I mean we as in shared by everyone at home and around this table and in this building, it's a testament to the impact of Charlie's friendship and his bravery and his character. And it's so deep a wound that we all feel. It's because it feels like he's one of us. He's part of us because he was such genuinely a patriot and a great person. So how do you work through this stuff? It's not about him or me. It's us, the viewers. You are us. What do we do? Well, you still do what you always do, but you do more of it. You stand up, you speak up, and you share the risk. Right now, you are recoiling, but you have to come back and return stronger, more fortified, and more resilient. What is ironic, fittingly, I guess, is that this is a turning point. If you believe in Charlie, you've got to believe in yourself because he believed in you. This isn't over. This is the beginning. And Charlie's power just got released in all of us. He's going to be bigger now than he ever was on this chaotic planet. He made us all bigger. So I think that if you're at home and you're feeling bad, don't just get through it. And remember that he would want you to get stronger and not back down.
Jesse, before I go to you, President.
Hi, everyone. It's nice to be with you, but certainly on a day like today, it's heartbreaking for all of us. Like everyone, I've known Charlie for 10 or 12 years, and I'm heartbroken. I'm heartbroken because we have someone who literally was a voice for a generation. Someone who literally could turn out young people and change an election. He was a passionate voice for conservative values, and he empowered young people. And he used this Prove Me Wrong tour to spark open debate on campuses across the country. His work inspired millions of young people, and he will leave a legacy of challenging ideas and fighting for what he believed in. Today, and I'm brokenhearted as I look at his photos, I mean, right now we have lost a true warrior for freedom and open discourse. And Charlie wasn't just a commentator or an activist. He was, and I think Greg may have said this, and I agree, he was a force of nature. He built Turning Point USA from the ground up, and he gave young conservatives a platform in a world that often tries to silence them on university campuses, preventing them from saying what they believe, getting people to write papers that they didn't agree with just to get a good grade. His movement embodied everything that he believed in. He invited the tough questions, and he debated ideas head on, and he proved what we've always known, but so few people use it. He proved that truth wins when it's tested. That's what Charlie Kirk did. And look, I knew that he was a bold voice many years ago and a man of deep conviction. And I got to tell you, Dana, you're right. I mean, his belief in family, his marrying Erica, his 2 children, his unwavering loyalty to his friends. I mean, he leaves behind an incredible legacy, a movement that will only become stronger because of this young man who made a decision to take a different course. He created it, and he had all of us following him. And, they talk about, fascism and all that. The ones that are trying to silence the dialogue, they're the ones who are the true fascists. And what I know of Charlie is that he would want us to keep fighting. He would want us to keep fighting with words, to build a debate, to prove our doubters wrong. And in the end, Charlie proved us all right about what matters. And what we need to tell Charlie is that we will continue to carry the torch that he created on the road that he took. Because this is a man who will be legendary. He changed. As far as I'm concerned, he changed an election. Because he was strong and he believed in young people.
Judge Janine, your voice is most welcome here today. Thank you. We'll be in touch with you as
Thank
well.
Guys. Oh.
Greg, one of the things that Charlie did, I don't know what happened early on in his life, but at 18 was when he enthusiastically created Turning Point.
Yeah.
The goal of going into the lion's den of these college campuses.
It's so funny because I didn't have that when I was in college. And so the amazing thing about Turning Point was that it connected you with other people that may think like you or even not even like that, but might not fit in with the orthodoxy of the left-wing campus. So it wasn't like, hey, we're all going to become right-wingers. It was more like, you know, there are other people like you here that may not agree with what's going on. And he reminds me of the late Andrew Breitbart in the sense that it was like, you know, why not? Why not do this? You know, why not challenge this leftist orthodoxy? Doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. I don't know if he was that ambitious. Because, I mean, I don't know if you could foresee something this big happening. But I remember, like, speaking at these events and just walking around and going like, I could not imagine having this when I was in college. It's insane. And how lucky.
Did you need it then, or do you think things have changed so much that he was a part of that?
Oh, I think that, well, when I was in school, there was only one side. I went to Berkeley, and you kept your mouth shut.
Yeah.
You know? So what he did was he was able to give students the confidence to sit in a classroom and challenge a professor when he says America is the land of the oppressed, the genociders, and this kid will raise his hand and go, you know, maybe I disagree. It goes back to those three words that I always use. Well, he created a mechanism to share the risk. And you saw, I mean, this was a machine that literally shared the risk. You're not alone. You're going to meet all these people that are just like you. And it's going to be easier.
Yeah.
You know?
There's a lot of power in that. I was going to bring this up, Jesse. I'll give you a couple of statistics just to...
For my job here, I would say the work that I do, 80% is indoors. You know, maybe I'll do an event in somewhere else, or go here or go there. But I'm an indoor cat. You know, and Charlie's the reverse. Like, I would say 80 to 90% of what he did was out there, outside, which meant he often had his back to people. He was never armed. He was out there, and he did that. He probably knew that he was vulnerable, but you know, he had faith. And I get the sense that maybe these outdoor events are going to become a relic of an earlier time, especially with things like drones and self-driving cars. And, you know, I mean, I know when I get home, my wife is going to say, you're not doing that thing. You're not going to that thing. You know, she's going to say it. And I'm going to have to say, no, everything's fine. We're good. I'm supposed to do a Turning Point event. I don't know when it is. It might be December, and I'm sure. Well, I'm going.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know.
But we have to think about these things. Unfortunately, Jesse. Great.
Yeah, I know that it's somewhat object of mockery to say thoughts and prayers, but thoughts and prayers for his family, and they need it from all of us. And Jesse's right. If they can do this, they are capable of anything. I think that was the message. I believe that was the message. It's really hard to radicalize Republicans.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we're not the radical type, but if you thought that you were going to shut a movement down, you're going to get a rude awakening. You woke us the fuck up.
And we will end here in just a few moments. So there's a press conference at 6 p.m. The manhunt is underway. Maybe we'll get more information here. I agree with you. I think it's very scary to think that this person might have gotten away, that they had it planned. And I'm also hearing from friends who have college-age students across the board, as Charlie Hurt was just saying. You're saying, like, Charlie Kirk's life mattered big time. And our prayers are with Charlie Kirk, his family, and we will turn it over to Brett Baird of Special Report. Charlie Kirk, may he rest in peace.